Hello and welcome to another Dominion Discord Smash Ultimate Ladder Challenge match. Today we're doing Kaplane 2 versus markusin. And Kaplane 2 is Kaplane's all-random account. And markusin has only one account on which he has only played Young Link, and I assume that will continue here. I was trying to rush through that because I thought they were going to start, but I guess they're not quite ready, actually. And I also don't know what stage they're playing on. Oh, Battlefield, I think. Rosalina for Kaplane.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, so this is a 5th ranked Kaplane 2 against 4th ranked markusin. I don't actually know who I would bet on for this. Kaplane, definitely a strong player, but playing random against markusin could be tough. Markusin also pretty good. I would certainly take Kaplane playing on his main against markusin, but random, hard to say. Of course, it will depend on what he gets here. Starting out with the Rosalina. Rosalina is a pretty tough character to take full advantage of if you're not familiar with her kit, just because trying to use Luma is pretty complex. But on the other hand, you don't really need to. Like, you can just let Luma sort of stay next to you the whole time, never throw him out, and that can work well enough. So it's not necessarily a huge problem. I think markusin said that Rosalina was his Smash 4 main, actually. So markusin should be pretty familiar with what Rosalina can do, at least. Well, I think he also said he didn't play a lot of Smash 4 in general. Nice fair there to recover. I don't know about that boomerang, like point-blank range, but wasn't punished for it. Kaplane almost certainly going for the spike there, not able to get it. I like that. Fair to knock Luma away, then turn around and knock Rosalina away. Good stuff. Rosalina's dash attack is like surprisingly effective to me because it looks so wimpy. But it's actually a pretty good move, I think. Looks like we're getting some lag spikes here. So, early kill for Kaplane, but markusin ties it right back up. And doing a pretty good job of knocking Luma away so far. I'm not sure if he's actually trying to do that, or if, like, because you saw there, he hit Luma with an arrow, and that might just be like the natural consequence of like Young Link's kit, is that you're throwing the projectiles out and Luma is taking the blow a lot of the time, and you end up knocking Luma away. I'm not really sure, you know, whether to the extent to which that's intentional. Definitely trying to make use of Rosalina's down B. I don't know if that's worth bothering with or not. Like, she can't actually like get, you know, any of the items. Well, maybe it would work with the bomb. Could throw the bomb back. I'm not sure. But definitely, you know, it neutralizes the arrows and the boomerang, sure, but I don't know if the end lag is worth it. Especially since I could see it being the case that Young Link can fire them fast enough that, like, you get hit by the next one anyway. Kaplane just standing there. Wait, oh my gosh, okay, for a second there I thought he was just gonna, like, not try to recover or something. Like, I was wondering if there's something, a lag thing going on, but alright, looks like we're back to normal if there was a problem. don't... Okay, well, never mind. I was going to say, I don't think back throw kills here, but definitely doesn't kill if you don't actually execute the throw. Markusin looking uncertain on how to ledge trap there. I think if somebody's going to hang on the ledge too long, bomb might actually be a good option. Pulling out the bomb is in and of itself, and if you're far enough away, is pretty safe, and then the explosion should hit below the ledge. So we still got a close game here. Down to last stock. Kaplane maintaining a slight edge throughout this game. I do think that, you know, while on the one hand that the Young Link projectiles hitting Luma away is taking care of Luma at times, I do think on net that's helping Kaplane. Like, he's not getting knocked up by those arrows, for example, which can be a pretty important part of Link's setups, right? Like, just like there, right? Luma just takes the arrow and, you know, Rosa doesn't really care. So that's a pretty nice benefit. Kaplane just sort of standing there, so going for the ledge trap instead of the edge guard. Rosa's spike is pretty solid. I think I would probably go for that, but... Nope. Oh, nice fair there. Markusin got advantage, but not quite able to take advantage of it. Take advantage of advantage, that sounds stupid. Oh! From off-screen with the Luma hit to prevent Markusin from trying to ledge trap. Be clever there from Kaplane. Ooh, the Luma punch. Wow. So Kaplane, in a close one, goes up 1-0. Yeah, that was definitely a well-fought game one. So I can't imagine that counterpicking is going to be easy here for Markusin. I guess you just go to whatever stage you're most comfortable with as Young Link, and don't worry about Kaplane because it's random. I don't know what Young Link's best stage is. I mean, I think... Okay, so Kaplane's banning Callus and FD. Yeah, I mean, I think Young Link wants space to move around, although he doesn't have, like, a ton of kill power, so a high ceiling may not benefit him, but of course it depends on who he's... It depends on, you know, who Kaplane rolls. If you're playing against Fox, you want a high ceiling for sure. Example. Villager. Oh my. Oh my. So we got a matchup of a couple of keep away characters. I would say Villager is really more of a zoner, probably. Like, he's got, like, the tree stuff, and the fair and the bear. Yeah, we'll see if the pocket comes into play too much or not. I don't actually know if Young Link can throw out a boomerang when his boomerang has been pocketed or not. I don't know if they're considered, like, the same boomerang. I really thought about that before. So right now I'm not really getting the impression that Kaplane is very familiar with Villager. But you know, I mean, that only matters so much. Like Kaplane in these random matches has oftentimes gotten by on just solid fundamentals. Some characters, you know, are better for that than others, obviously. Ooh, that was a regrab, and Markusin looked like he was trying to punish it with the down smash, but just wasn't close enough. I'm actually not sure down smash hits below ledge. I would guess that it does, but... Oh no, the Rage Bowling Ball kills Markusin at like 80%. Kaplane at 140. That's a huge blow for Markusin. Like, he had a huge lead on that stock, and it's all gone now. I'm just trying to even it back up, or get it as close to even as possible, at least. The bowling ball can be a really nice ledge trapping tool and edge guarding tool, depending on the platform layout. Not really sure what that forward smash is intended to accomplish with somebody coming from below. I don't see how it would really ever hope to hit them. I mean, maybe if it was somebody like, you know, Marth, who's like might do an up B onto stage, but Villager's up B is never gonna just like go past ledge in that way. This is how it works. It's not, you know, like a burst thing. Oh wow! that was pretty sick. Not gonna lie. Huge meteor from Kaplane to take a massive lead in this game. I mean, I guess one stock isn't that massive, but it's massive relative to what I would have expected, at least. An otherwise close and hard-fought battle that it certainly seems like a big deficit for Markusin to overcome. Okay, I think he's just going for the 2-frame with the down tilt there. I feel like an offstage nair would be a good option there instead. Like, Villager's recovery does not have hitbox in it. You do to like, you can break the balloons, and that'll send him tumbling, but you can also just, you know, hit him. Kaplane able to get the shield out quickly enough. Let's see what he does here. Okay, dash attack, that's a reasonable punish. Having some trouble anticipating where Kaplane is going with the side B. That move is very punishable, like, if you do it high in the air, because there's a ton of, like, you go into tumble, and there, or not tumble, but free fall, and there's a pretty long descent time. Alright, so Markusin gets, not only gets the second stock, but he's got quite a bit of percentage to make up if he wants to take this one. I don't really see him getting like a gimp, because this just hasn't been how he's been approaching this. Doing pretty good work here though, like just walling Kaplane out with projectiles, tacking on damage, just, you know, not really with combo strings or anything, just chipping away at the lead. And I mean, Kaplane is not going to be capable of killing Markusin from afar. Like, Villager has, you know, some zoning tools, but they're not, they don't hit that hard. He does have to get in to actually secure a kill. So, I guess I don't know for sure that the side B can't kill. I don't think it can kill. Okay, this should kill though. Yeah. Yeah, that's the problem with just like standing and shielding the Lloyd rocket, is that you give, because it's slow enough that Villager has time to approach and punish you for just staying in shield. So 2-0 lead for Kaplane. It seems like the random. I mean, if you assumed for the sake of argument that, like, over time Markusin would be able to figure out Kaplane's, you know, various characters that he's rolling randomly, it actually seems like the random is helping Kaplane in that respect, because Markusin is like closing the gap in these games towards the end, but then, you know, isn't able to bring whatever he learns in the matchup forward into the next game. Whereas, you know, Kaplane is consistently facing off against the young Link, so he can continue to get more and more familiar with that matchup. I mean, overall, you know, given equal skill levels, I would still expect that to favor the player who's playing the same character over and over, but with the disparate skill levels, but, like, you know, the stronger player playing characters they're not as familiar with, I think it might actually, like, work out to Kaplane's favor to be playing random as opposed to just being, like, playing the same character that he has low familiarity with in all 3 games. Anyway, so Game & Watch. I believe Kaplane actually rolled Game & Watch in another one of his random games, maybe against Pikachu Master, I want to say, is who he challenged last period. Oh, looks like they went to the wrong stage. That's what the pause is about. Alright, I guess we're gonna start over. Alright, so Kaplane's going to pick Game & Watch here, so we get the same character pick, which I approve of. We don't actually have a rule about that, but, I mean, you wouldn't want somebody to be able to, like, weasel their way out of a character they didn't like by coming up with some excuse to restart the game and then going back to random, so maybe I should put a rule in about that, but it seems like everybody understands that that's how it should work, so probably won't bother. I've already been surprised by how many, like, rules edge cases I've had to work out just in the first couple of weeks of us doing this. More to just alleviate confusion than because people are, like, trying to exploit anything, but still. Rules are complicated, man. Alright, so here we go. This time it's red Game & Watch. I don't know if that's, like, a color counter pick. My recollection is that Game & Watch is the one character that Kaplane lost with against Pikachu Master. I'm not positive about that, but I think that was the case. So that would be a good sign for Markusin. Certainly, who I think is pretty clearly the stronger player than Pikachu Master. I mean, who knows what Kaplane may have learned from his one game, and I don't really remember why he lost, you know, if he SD'd or anything like that. Okay, good job on Markusin's part, not just, like, going and getting bonked by that F-spin. Ooh, I don't like that up B, but Kaplane doesn't quite get himself in a position to punish it. Oh, he does it again. This should be a kill, yeah. Yeah, not a fan of that. I think you gotta get, like... It's hard to do that unless you have, like, a lot of aerial drift, or you've got, like, a platform to go to. When you have that much time to set up, you know, people aren't generally going to miss that. I mean, I guess if he thought that he was going to intercept Kaplane coming out to and hit him with the up B, that could make sense, but... Yeah, the bucket reflects. Boomerang is not safe against bucket. I mean, doesn't mean you shouldn't use it, but if he's literally sitting there holding the bucket, don't throw the boomerang. Okay, well, markusin, okay, gets punishes the no tech with the dash attack. So good job there, evening up the stocks. So he's doing a pretty good job of keeping Kaplane off balance with the projectiles for the past, like, half a stock or so. Hopefully he can keep it up over the course of game 4. But now he seems to have backed off of the projectile-based approach and seems to be trying to go in. I don't really understand that. Especially if he's Game & Watch. Now, granted, we haven't seen Kaplane do up B out of shield that I can recall, but Game & Watch is an extremely strong character out of shield because of the up B. And so you really don't want to have to challenge Game & Watch's shield if you can avoid it. Ooh. Thought that was actually going to kill. Probably good DI on Kaplane's part. I couldn't really tell, but I would guess so in order to avoid dying there. That looked like lethal. Ooh, man. Kaplane lands the down smash, takes the lead. It looked for a second there like markusin was gonna grab the lead after being down like quite a bit percentage-wise, but Kaplane able to take the stock first. But now we are back to even with 1 stock to go. So last stock for markusin in the set. Can he force a game 4? I will admit, I was not expecting this to go like as favorably for Kaplane as it has. I wouldn't. Doesn't surprise me that Kaplane is winning, but I was expecting it to be a little bit more back and forth than it has been. Although I will say, I thought that markusin was not playing at his best against me, at least for some of the time when we played earlier. So he may just be a little off his game still. I don't know. But he's chipping away right now. I mean, I like the general approach of not approaching, if you will. Alright, Kaplane going for some up smashes. I don't think up smash kills at this percentage, but another 10 to 20% it might well. Young Link's pretty light, and Game & Watch's up smash is strong. Catches him with the key. Yeah, I was gonna say, I bet, yeah, with markusin landing there, I was guessing that Kaplane was looking for a opportunity to land a smash. Ooh! But it's markusin who catches Kaplane landing with an F smash and takes his first game of the set. Well done to markusin. We will indeed have a game 4. Markusin banning FD and Yoshi's. I, again, assume that has to be based on just what he prefers as Young Link. A little surprised he doesn't like FD, but... I get the Yoshi's pick, especially since Kaplane has made no secret of the fact that it's his favorite stage. Going to Smashville. For whatever it's worth, when I fought markusin on Smashville's Ganondorf, he really did not do a good job of navigating the platform to avoid Ganon's up smash in particular. Now granted, it's fairly Ganon specific. Not every character has the ability to cover just about the entire platform on Smashville from the ground below it, but DDD. All right. I think.
3,
Uh,
1, go!
Markusin is really, yeah, going to need to make sure that he's respecting the Gordos here. And it should be fairly easy to hit those back at Kaplane if he throws them out a lot because of his projectiles. Like the Gordos, just about anything will hit the Gordos back at DDD. Okay, well I guess that didn't exactly work. Yeah, so DDD actually can like inhale like whatever projectile and then like toss it back at you, but I'm not sure if that's enough to where Markusin needs to avoid throwing them out if he's inhaling or not. I'm not sure how the boomerang behaves if he inhales that. Yeah, that was a little too slow there by Markusin to try to get the down air out to punish on the inhale. It looks like Markusin can kind of just jump over the arrow if DDD inhales that, so that's not too threatening. He can just sort of do it anyway. I don't think this kills. Yeah, not even close. Okay, good air dodge timing by Markusin to avoid fair. It's the bounce. I think he might have been able to shield poke if he had bounced like more to the left and directly on top of DDD's head rather than landing in front of him. But either way, picks up the kill. Oh, hello. Okay, he's fine. Oh, he's not fine! Oh, he did the thing. Yeah, so DDD's up B. You have to cancel out of the, like, the attack mode in order to grab ledge. And that mode, like, that attack mode is how you can, like, land on people and do, like, a whole bunch of damage, but you do have to cancel out of it to grab ledge, and I guess Kaplane did not. One of the things I like to do with DDD that probably isn't effective in 1v1s, like pretty much only done in free-for-alls, is like you can angle the Gordo, and you can angle it like upwards, so it sort of bounces in front of you without really going anywhere, and then you inhale it and spit it out, and then it goes a lot faster. But it might be too much of a setup for a 1v1. Meanwhile, Markusin kind of running away with this one. I mean, DDD is a pretty hard character to play in a way that's like safe. And Markusin has definitely been punishing some unsafe stuff from Kaplane, plus of course there was the SD. Yeah, so pretty easy win for Markusin there. And we are on to game 5. Markusin saying pretty bad lag. Alright, I think we're gonna, in order to try to alleviate lag concerns, we're gonna remake the room, so I will be right back. Alright, we're back. And ready to move on to game 5. Stage... It looks like we're going back to Smashville. Didn't work out for Kaplane last time, but I think we can probably conclude that was a character issue. This is... I think this is actually our first game 5 in any of these challenges. Yeah, it is. So, get hype! Game 5, Little Mac! Kaplane is actually a fan of Little Mac, so I would not call this an easy win for Markusin. This is a pretty favorable stage for Mac as well. Like, I mean, he generally wants stages with minimal platforms. This brings that, but like, he can actually like do some stuff with up B with the platform in the center. Like, you can try to up B, and then if it like fails, you can land on the platform, and that like gets you out of the end lag. Oh my god. I didn't even have time to finish that thought. But yeah, it gets you out of the end lag like faster than if you have to come all the way back down. But yeah, wow, that's a hot start for Kaplane. Holy crap. Markusin really needs to be playing keep away against Mac. Like, do not engage him in close. Just don't. Like, just throw projectiles at him, force him to approach, grab him, throw him off stage. Like, do not box him. Just don't do it. Yeah, yeah. That's what's gonna happen if you try to go in. Okay, I mean, use the invincibility to pick up a kill. That certainly makes sense. But yeah, I mean, I want to see a lot more projectiles and just like not just projectiles, but like movement to like stay away from him. Like don't like throw a projectile and go in. Throw a projectile and go like up and over or back, you know, or something along those lines. That's would be my recommendation. It's like Mac is genuinely scary up close. Like he has really good tools. The thing that makes him like a bad character is his complete lack of recovery and his complete lack of an aerial game. But you know, if you challenge him where he's strong, like he can mess you up. Okay, KO punch online. Nope, offline. Okay. Well, actually, you know, Markusin is getting it done this stock. Okay, Kaplane just barely able to survive that. Good DI. Yeah, intercepts the approach with the arrow. Up aerial does not kill. Dash attack will kill, though. All right, Markusin's got a chance here. He just needs to keep playing smart and not let Kaplane get in on him. That's going to be a tall order at this percentage, but... Oh, just F-tilt destroys him, and Kaplane takes it. Yeah, that was actually a pretty good pull for Kaplane, I think, character-wise. And I think Markusin just wasn't ready for it. Like, ready for just the explosiveness that Lil Mac brings to the table, or just what the counterplay is. So yeah, I mean, I think a lot of Little Mac's game plan actually involves things like, you know, run up shield, and then grab, which we didn't really see Kaplane like using grab at all, but he didn't really need to so much. But I think if Markusin had been playing to Little Mac's weaknesses more, then we would have probably seen more of that, like run up shield to block, you know, like the arrow or the boomerang or something like that. You know, like you know, run up spot dodge, that kind of thing, like those like approach mix-ups. But Markusin, for the most part, wasn't like until late in the game wasn't forcing Kaplane to do that sort of stuff. So he kind of just run up and punch him, or let him come, you know, let Markusin come to him and punch him. Yeah, but I mean, good set of games overall. Nice to have our first game 5. And I definitely think like that will be one of our more competitive matches going forward as well. Obviously, subject to a lot of variance. But yeah, I mean, I don't think there's any reason to doubt Markusin's ability to take a set in this matchup in the future. Anyway, that'll do it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time for another match. Until then.